What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for a recap and a review during this March Madness. This is going to be of a TV show called Three Little Birds. It's an unexpected review. I only have a 7-day free trial on this app, which means I have to watch all 8 episodes this week, which means I'm going to be dropping you videos this week in regards to Three Little Birds. The app that I'm using is called BritBox. This is a British TV show. This is its first season. And it's about 3 women who leave Jamaica in the late 1950s. And they make a voyage over to Britain. Normally, we would see a lot of TV shows, or at least us here in America, of people making maiden voyages, coming to America and starting new, here. So it's interesting for me to see a TV show that is going from Jamaica to Britain, and we get to see what life was like in 1950s, 1960s Britain. During that time frame in America, that's when the civil rights movement was happening and big things was popping over here. So it's interesting to learn how our brothers and sisters across the pond was getting things done. Now, I do wonder how our Jamaican citizens are going to take this TV show, because when I told you when I went to go see the movie Bob Marley, a lot of Jamaicans that were on YouTube had a problem with the fact that the Jamaicans that were used were British. This particular TV show, they're starting off in Kingston, Jamaica. But when I started researching the names of the actresses, majority of them are British. They are Jamaican British, but they're still British. So I don't know, but I saw a clip of this on Instagram, and that's what made me go find this TV show and watch it. Again, the app is called BritBox, BRIT. If you go through BritBox app itself through the Google Play Store or wherever else you can download it, I'm not sure if they're doing a free trial. It's $8.99 a month. However, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can go through Amazon and you get a 7-day free trial before you got to pay any type of money, chat. Okay. And it's only 8 episodes this season. The episodes have no names. So we start off. I'm not going to go in any particular order. I think I just turned my fan back on. Hold on. Because I don't need that fan. What the hell? I don't want the fan on. Okay. Had my baby sitting up in the chair first. Alright, so it's pretty good so far. The episode that I'm liking, the first episode I'm watching. And this will give me something different to watch and for us different to enjoy. I only watch one other British TV show that I can remember, and that's Luther. I love Luther with Idris Elba. Oh, I watched this game show over there, something with about 10 cats or something like that. Funny as shit to me. That's the only British TV I've ever watched. Everything else has been like other countries. Like I watch a lot of TV from Spain. I watch a lot of TV from Korea. But I watch a lot of Australian TV, but never British TV, which is amazing to me. So this is the first, and the fact that it's a black TV show, I'm liking it. I really am, and I think the fact that these are British Jamaican actors, it makes it a lot easier for me to understand. Although I can get around my Jamaican friends and they can go speak patois and I can pick up a lot of stuff because they are British Jamaicans, it's easier for me to understand what they're saying dialogue wise. They are still speaking patois a little bit, but dialogue wise. So let me go ahead and introduce the characters. The main character name is Leah Whitaker. Then she has a sister named Chantrelle Brom, and they have a friend named Hosanna Drake. Okay, these are the 3 people that are leaving Jamaica, and they're leaving Kingston, Jamaica, 1957. This is 5 years before Jamaica actually got their independence. So they're leaving Kingston, Jamaica, off to England, and the story is being told through some flashbacks, but I'm going to try to just give it to you straight on. And we're going to start off with Chantrelle. Right now, I really don't know Chantrelle's full story. All we know is that she a little loose in the pants. You know, y'all like to call that women empowerment, but Chantrelle likes to get busy. She will bust it wide open for anybody to smile at her the right way. Okay, Chantrelle is like the Chantrelle got body for days, baby. Let me tell you that. But Chantrelle seems to have this fascination with white people. She's light, bright, and damn near white herself. You know, we would call them red bones here in America. She's very fair skinned, long hair. I'm not sure if her and Leah are actually real sisters, but I'm thinking so because once they got to England, their brother was there to meet them named Aston, and Aston walked up and said, "My little sister Chantrelle." But you know how black people are. We call everybody our sisters and brothers. We call everybody our cousins, aunties, you know, even if we ain't blood. So I'm not sure if Chantrelle is really blood related to Leah and Ashton. Just because they have different last names don't mean a damn thing. I got a different last name than my sister and brothers. Okay. My daughter has different last names than her sister and brothers, but they still sister and brothers. Okay, so but I'm not really sure what her background story is, other than she's chasing the dream, or I can't even say, she's chasing fame in England. Is this her main thing? She's moving to a town that is supposed to be the home of where the film industry is in London. At this particular time, it was Borhamden. I think that's the name of it. Correct me if I'm wrong. If y'all from Brittany, y'all know. But it's like they made the movie Star Wars and some other stuff like that over there. And so she's really intrigued by that. But just listening to her speak, she's like really fascinated with white culture. The Elizabeth Taylors and the Queen of England, and you know, she said she's gonna move in with some good white folks. She got a job over in England already that's gonna help her. She lives with a white family and she's taking care of their 2 children. Now, Chantrelle ain't never worked a day in her life apparently. She said she know how work look because she's seen people do it, but she ain't never worked a day in her life. So she basically lied to this family to say that she was able to be a caregiver for these people's children so she could have somewhere to live. And by her moving to this place where the movies are made, she thinking this is like Hollywood. That's what she thinking. Baby, this place here is so fucking run down. Like, the white trash of Britain lives here in this particular time. I had to Google it myself to see if maybe the city took a turn or it used to be something. No, this particular part of England is ranked in the top 10% of the most deprived areas in the entire country. Okay. It was run the hell down. And then they had the nerve not to like black people. Like, you go into the town, it was like no blacks, no Irish, no dogs. I don't know what a wog was. It also said no wogs. Are those white dogs? Is that what it is? Because they had that blasted up on the wall too. No wogs. Y'all know what a wog is. Y'all let me down in the comment section. But they specifically said no blacks, no Irish, and no dogs. That is very similar to signage that used to be here up in America during our civil rights era. Okay, so like they got to take this ship, because it's 1957, to England. It takes about 3 weeks. As of right now, 2024, that's still about the average time frame it would take a ship going about 3 weeks to get from Jamaica to England. So that's still about the same. They own this big cruise ship for 3 weeks, baby, down in the belly of the beach, because you know we ain't got that much money. So they down in the low total point things. They start out in good spirits. We know that Hosanna is like a holy roller. She keep her Bible everywhere. And she keep them staying prayed up and fasted and all that stuff. And she makes sure the girls stay prayed up and fasted. Halfway through, I got the hiccups now. Halfway through the doggone cruise, all that preaching and reading that Bible was starting to get on Leah's nerves, okay? And we didn't even see Chantrelle no more. Chantrelle had ran off with some man on the ship. if you've ever been on a cruise for your first time and you still young, wild, and free, liberated, whatever, getting your empowering back, you too may hook up with somebody on a ship. And I'm talking about on a 3 or 5 day cruise. They going for 3 weeks. Well, Chantrelle hooked up with somebody on the ship, baby, and she was busting it wide open. She was getting her groove on, okay? What she say he wanted to dip his spoon in her sugar bowl. That's what I'm saying. Chantrelle doing the damn thing, girl. Leah tell her, you better watch yourself, girl. Watch yourself. You're going to end up in the hell. In other words, you're going to end up burning, fucking around with all these different people, and I ain't going to be the one to save you. Okay, she said burning in the hell, but she meant her coochie burning. That's what she meant. Okay, so that's Chantrelle. So then we go to, like I say, Hosanna. Hosanna has been convinced by Leah and Chantrelle to marry their brother Aston. And Aston is already living over in Britain. So they're bringing this woman from Jamaica to Britain to marry Aston because he needed a good Jamaican wife, right? They have convinced Hosanna that Aston looks like Harry Belafonte. That he does not. He's not an unattractive man, but he a thickums. And you know, some women may like them thickums, okay? I was gonna say he was Forrest Whitaker type, but no, he ain't. He know what he looked like? He looked like a heavy set Blair Underwood to me. That's sweet, because he was cute in the face. He was just little thickums and stuff like that. What Hosanna say? Hosanna say look like he done sagged a little bit in the middle. You know, the belly done dropped out. What I like to call Dunlap. But they have convinced her to go over to England to marry Aston sight unseen. And Hosanna's like, what if England don't like me? What if your brother don't like me? And they tell her, if he don't like you, girl, I will bring you back to Jamaica myself. 3-week tour back to Jamaica. They ain't finna go back to Jamaica. It ain't no turning back for these women. Ain't no turning back. So when Hosanna, they get to England, she got this picture of Harry Belafonte up looking, trying to find Aston in the crowd, and he walk up, you know, bitching about the fact that his car done broke down and how the white folks wouldn't help him. He kind of vexed, and she was like, Lord Jesus, when the hell he take this picture? Baby, you still can't think that that's him. And, you know, he like, okay, where my beautiful bride to be at? Now, Hosanna is a beauty. She is stunning to me, right? But this little thin, light-skinned chick come off the ship, and he like, ooh, wait, you like my, you know my type, And she breezed on past his ass. He like, wait a minute, where's she going? But that ain't her. He was like, I thought y'all was gonna bring me some little tighten the ass, Bible thumping ass girl. And that's exactly who Hosanna is. Her daddy was the pastor of the local church. And she is, like I'm saying, she 10 toes down in the Bible. When she speak to you, she quoting scripture. Okay? That's how Hosanna is. So, then we got Leah. Throughout the episode, we learn Leah's story. So I'm not sure if I'm going to tell y'all all up front yet, or I'm going to break it down. But anyway, we start off the beginning of the episode showing Leah out by this big ass tree. I thought they was in Africa at first. That's how big the roots of the tree were. But they was in Jamaica. And she digging in the ground, burying something into the ground. The kids in the background playing. And then we see her look off into the distance. I think she got like 3 children, if I'm not mistaken. It was 3 children. Then we show her going around town, you know, cooking food, playing with the kids, jerking some chicken, and her husband Ephraim is out there, you know, tilling the land. He doing horribly. The cows don't want to walk the way that he wants them to walk, so the ground looking fucked up right now. So she got to go help him work the yard. They got a little house, you know, to themselves. It looked like on a little piece of land. But for Leah, being in Jamaica ain't what it's cracked up to be. They struggling, and they struggling hard there. When you see her walk up to the ship, like her shoes all busted up, they was barely hanging on her feet. She probably had the heels super glued on so she could walk, you know what I'm saying? And she gets over there, and they're going, and she's very like, seems timid or scared of leaving Jamaica. She doesn't know what the new world is going to bring to her, right? Well, we come to find out that Ephraim ain't shit. Ain't shit at all. Okay. So when they get to London, like I said, they meet up with Aston. Aston tell them, look here, we gonna stay the night over in London. My good friend Gregory hooked us up with a spot. We gonna stay over in London. Okay, of course, you know, Leah like, hold up, I need to go to work in the morning. We supposed to go starting at the factory in Midlands tomorrow. I need to make as much money as I can because I need to send for my kids. Okay, she left the kids back in Jamaica, which we know a lot of families do. They go off to America, they go off to Britain, they go off to Canada to try to make a new way, and then they send for their children. So that's what she needs to do. She needs to start making money so she can get her children to where she's at. Then they're gonna go to drop Chantrelle off in the 10% deprivation, Brohampton. They're gonna drop her off there the next day, and then they're gonna make their way up to the Midlands, where they call the Black Country. At first, I thought they was calling it Black Country because this is where all the black people migrated to, and I think that it does have a little bit to do with that. But the reason that it was really called the Black Country, because I had to Google this as well, is because that is the most industrialized part of the country. They the steel mills there, the iron mills there, the coal mills mines there. Every type of factory, industrial thing that they can make is done right there in Midland. So all the smog and fog and pollution coming up from the stack pipes makes the sky dark and black, which is why it's called Black Country. But I believe that all the Jamaicans that would be recruited, because that's what I heard her say, they were being recruited to come to England. They were putting them to work in those doggone factories. You know, all those polluted stacks giving off all that fucking carbon was what was killing black people and giving us, you know, cancer in our lungs, and we had tuberculosis and all kind of crap like that. But we was cheap labor too, okay? Even though it was cheap labor, it was still more than what she was making in Jamaica. They was gonna make 30 shillings a week. I forgot to look that up. So if you look it up for me, put it down in the comment section. What was 30 shillings equal to in US dollars in 1957? But they're gonna make 30 shillings a week. But like I said, he said, I can't be doing all that driving. You just don't understand how far this shit is. We got to take her to her Chantrelle to her job tomorrow. So we going to sleep in London tonight. Okay. So they get to London. And London is where we see the signs where they said, my bad, take that back. Brohampton was not the place that was run down. I'm sorry. Correction. Where they went in London was run down. It was like this was the trailer trash ass area. It was London. And they had up all the signs that said no blacks, no dogs, no Irish and shit like that. And these people were like the scum of the fucking earth themselves. These type of low impoverished white folks who wanted to still presume to be better than the black folks that was there. So they were still oppressing them as well. So let me correct that. Brohampton actually was a nice ass place. That place was nice as fuck. Big mansions and shit. Let me correct myself. It was only 12 miles from London city center. That place was noise. Okay. That was with the highfalutin ass white folks over there. Correction. My bad. Okay. So they get to London. Like I said, this place is trash. And Leah is looking like, where the fuck did you bring me to? I left struggle and you brought me to more struggle. Okay. The white folks don't even want us around here. But Gregory had set them up in this apartment for the night. This place, when they panned the camera on the room and you saw the beds on the floor, the used bed sheets, I could smell the piss through the TV screen. That's how nasty this motherfucking place looked. I felt the bed bugs crawling all over me. And Leah's like, oh hell to no. This is not where we stand. Okay. And Ashton trying to tell her it's just for one fucking night. It's just for the night. So we just gonna cop a squad here and you know, we gonna have to deal with it, right? So Gregory come in and he all flirtatious and shit, you know. He telling her, look here, who's talking about sleeping? We ain't gonna sleep anyway. We finna party. That's what we gonna do. Everybody just got off this ship. They just made it to London and Gregory finna turn the fuck up. Okay, come to find out that Aston was supposed to get a separate room for everybody, but he didn't. So he got everybody in the Piss Motel, and she was like, well, Hosanna was like, I don't sleep with me, okay? You ain't my husband yet, so okay. So they said Aston gonna have to sleep with Gregory, but like I said, Gregory said we ain't sleeping. And when he said it was party, baby, they was partying. This was like a 3-4 story building. They had the hallways lined up, just black bodies, just body to body to body. It was like Babylon up in that joint, baby. Music going. What I was tripping off of, it was Motown. 1957 Motown and doo-wop. That's what the type, doo-wop. That's the type of sound that was going. They was playing black doo-wop music. Not even white people doo-wop. They was playing black doo-wop. And I'm like, these doggone Jamaicans was doing the jitterbug and cutting the rug. And I was thinking, I'm so, I guess, stereotypical, so unknowledgeable. I just did not register that the music translated to Jamaica like that. I'm still thinking that all the Jamaicans, all they want to hear at this particular time is some reggae, baby. That's what my brain was at. I don't know why. That's because I'm probably just, I'm uninformed. I'm ill-informed. So it was shocking me that they up in the party and they dancing the gig and they slow dancing. Oh, and we're grooving together. They wasn't listening to Marvin. They was listening to doo-wop. They was listening to doo-wop. But they was doing, they had their little routines and woo, you know, woo. You know how they was doing in doo-wop days when them motherfucking when black people was doing routines, flipping motherfuckers in the air and all that type of era of music. That's what they was doing. Okay, so Hosanna, like I said, she's the Bible thumper, baby. She is walking up and down the party, outside on the sidewalk, quoting Bible scriptures, telling people to repent for all these sinful ways that's going on, all this hooking and jiving, the gyration going on up in this party. Hosanna trying to preach it out of them, right? Leah come down there and stop her, like, hey, sis, calm down, right? Stole the Bible, took off, went back up in the house. I think they gave the Bible to Gregory. I can't remember who it was. They kept passing the Bible on, so Hosanna wanted to get back. Well, Hosanna decided to pop a squat under the stairs. And she just chilling. So Ashton come in looking for her. She was like, look here, I don't know what the hell is going on here, but you brought me here for you. You supposed to protect me. And that ain't what you doing. So if you can't do that, you can't be the band that I need you to be, I need to pack my bags and head back to Jamaica tomorrow. What I need to be in this country for? Make it make sense to me, right? Well, Gregory come down there and he gonna start quoting lines from the book of Solomon. You know, Solomon is a book of love songs, right? He quoting scripture from Solomon to Hosanna. Hosanna's so naive that she like, you know, going back and forth with him in scripture. And Ashton like, hold up, bro, I know what you're trying to do. You being mad disrespectful right now. Okay, but Gregory don't give a damn. Gregory's basically telling him, I would take your motherfucking woman with the Bible, okay? I would love to read her up and down. I would love to lay my hands on her. Ashton had enough. Ashton stood up and punched the fuck out of his ass, baby. Knocked his ass back to baby status. I'm telling you. Okay, so they was about to get into it, and then he came up. He said, "Oh no, I'm gonna show you how a real man fight. I'm gonna fuck you up." Okay, he had to make sure he let Hosanna know that your man broke any goddamn way. I'm the one that paid for your damn room. So since I paid for you to be here, then you mine. Part of you mine. That's what made Ashton punch him in the motherfucking face. Like, you ain't finna disrespect my black queen like that. You know what I'm saying? He actually do like Hosanna. Like I told you, she's a beautiful ass girl. He just didn't want a church girl. He probably needed a church girl though. Anywho, so Leah step in like, if you finna step up to my brother, then you gonna step to me. Okay, now where's Chantrelle and all this? Chantrelle done hooked up with this man, Burton. I don't know if there was Burton Levy, but she hooked up with Burton. He was a baker. And she was finna get all his little. She was gonna give her all his give him all her buns. I'm telling you. So that's what Chantrelle doing that. You know what I'm saying? She whining and grinding that waistline. She say, "Look here, boy, watch that waistline, baby." She doing that. She doing the damn thing. So she off with him. So the motherfucking police crashes up in the spot. It's a fucking raid. You know, They arresting people for no good reason. They ain't arrest people for having drugs, or they ain't arresting people for drinking liquor. They just arresting people because they black. That's all it was. And so Hosanna trying to talk to the damn policeman like, hey, officer, these are good, decent people. We having Bible study up in here, you know? And they didn't want to hear what the hell she had to say. And he keep trying to tell her, get out my face, lady, get out my face. And she's still trying to talk to her. Talk to the man, you know, as a woman of the cloth. Like, you know, let me pray for you. And he said, all right. He snatched her ass up and threw her in jail. Roughed her up real good. Now, Aston and Leah go over to the jail to try to get her out. And they like, fuck you and feed you grits. We keeping her black ass in jail overnight. Come back in the morning. We closed. Okay. So they go back over to the doggone crib. And, Gregory done locked their ass out. He done took all the money. He already told Aston he was gonna keep all the money anyway. He done kept all the money and locked their ass out, so now they gotta sleep in the car. Now Chantrelle, she's off with Barrington because before they went over to the jail, her and Leah got into a fisticuffs. I mean, they was fighting. Like I'm saying, you know, Leah called her a slut for not being there and keeping an eye on Hosanna, and Chantrelle was like, well, you need to keep your eye on her too. You know, it's going back and forth. They got into a real physical fight, and Chantrelle was like, girl, fuck you. And she went off with Barrington. But then the next morning, Barrington had gave her some food, probably some bread and cheese, the same thing they eat in Jamaica, and brought Aston and Leah some food. And she's like, okay, we need to get me to work. I got to be at work at 9 a.m. These white folks want me there at 9. But they got to go get Hosanna out of jail. Of course, this is going to make Chantrelle late for work. So they go over there. They go ahead and get Hosanna out of jail. Hosanna's like, look here, I'm going back to Jamaica. There's no reason for me to stay here. Give me one good reason. I'm waiting. It ain't came out your mouth yet. So they driving though, and they make it over to Borhampton, where Chantrelle's supposed to work. Like I said, I misspoke earlier. This is a very well-to-do area, very ritzy area. And they like the wife of the house is like, you late. She's like, I'm apologizing. No, we went through some stuff to get here. I apologize. She said, hey, I don't care about your apologies. You're late, right? Now the daddy is like, oh, we just happy you're here. Okay. The little kids is like, hey, she black, but she brown. She's brown. They was like, I know. The daddy like, I know, that's just what we ordered. What you mean you ordered? You ordered a specific type of black. She's more brown skin black. She's actually red bone. But she's a more brown skin black. And I guess she's more acceptable. Because the wife was like, you didn't tell me you was bringing company. And they was like, we just having to drop off her bags, man. White. Now, this whole situation here reminded me of being black in America, because they wouldn't even let her through the front door. Now, the owner, I forgot his name. She introduced him, but I can't remember what their names was. He like, let me see your passport, I guess, to verify her identification. He took her passport and put it in his pocket. Now, I don't know if that was everybody's information or just hers, because she had everybody's papers, and Leah had told her earlier to keep an eye on those papers, on those documents, right? And Leah had stuck everybody's stuff in her, not Leah, Chantrelle had stuck everybody's stuff in her purse. So the man took it and put it in his pocket. He didn't give it back to her. What you holding on to her stuff for? And yeah, the kids came outside running around playing. They told them, make sure you keep your black ass off my grass. But the kids was running around playing on the grass. So Chantrelle finna go up in the house. You know, she's still playing. Oh, yes, sir, master. Good. Yes, sir, master. No, I'm a good nigger. That's the type of mentality that she playing. Because she want to suck up to these fancy white folks. You know. And they told her, take your ass to the back. Can't come in my front door. Okay. So she take her ass onto the back. You know, Aston had brought her, I think, a picture of James Dean. The white actor. It's what it looked like. It was a picture of James Dean. Might have been Fred Astaire. I done looked at that poster. They would. It was some picture. Whoever in the motion pictures. Both of them was in motion pictures at the time, wasn't it? Anyway. Gave her a little souvenir, something that she can hang on her wall if she can. You know what I'm saying? They might tell her, don't you put up a damn picture in my damn house. Anywho. Chantrelle has dreams of being a movie star. Okay? And I guess somewhere along the lines they passed on Krause again. I don't know if it's gonna like skip forward to the next episode. But before they dropped Chantrelle off there, you know, Ashton and Leah had a talk in the car. And we found out more about Leah's story. You know, Ashton was telling her, I didn't really want you to just come here just to bring me a wife. I really was trying to get you out of your situation. I hated the way that Ephraim treated you. Ephraim was beating her ass. Okay, on the night before that she got on the doggone ship, the kids had dug up her damn money and took it to Ephraim. So now he like, what the fuck you saving up for? You think you finna run for me? He punched her in the damn belly, child. And then she's like, wait a minute, the kids, you know. So this is something that he's done often. And he's like, the kids need to see what the hell you do when you lie to me. Then he smacked in the goddamn face, right? Took all her money, said he was going out for the night. When he came back, he was going to finish the job so she can know what the fuck it's supposed to feel like, right? So, the next day, she went over to, I'll call her the voodoo priestess, a witch doctor, you know, the medicine lady in town, and bought her a tonic. And the tonic was supposed to knock a hippo on his ass. So she told her just use a couple drops, right? And Leah went back and poured half that goddamn bottle into his liquor bottle. So when he take a swig or two, he gonna get knocked on his ass as well. I don't know if he died or not. Maybe they'll show that in the second episode. But he knocked the fuck out. I mean, he fell out. He fell out quick, child. He fell out quick. And she was able to get her bags packed and go. Now, since the situation changed, since he stole all her money, now she don't have enough money to take her kids with her right then and there. So she dropped the kids off at her mama house and she fled on her own. Okay, that's how Leah, that was the purpose of Leah leaving Jamaica and going to England. And Ashton was just happy he was able to get his sister out of that situation, because by him being in London, he couldn't protect her in Jamaica. It's a lot of men that I know that's Jamaican to this day feel like that it's all right to put their hands on a woman. Like that's just a natural way of life, a natural way of things, supposed to, natural order of things. And I don't know too many men in Jamaica make that done that is gonna say anything to another man putting his hands on a woman. They may talk down on it and say that it wasn't right, but they not gonna do nothing to intervene. So I was surprised to hear Ashton say that, you know, he wished he could have been there for his sister to take care of that man. I was kind of proud of Ashton in that moment. Okay, well, now they got to get off to Midland. They done dropped Chantrelle off. Think we got her settled in. And Ashton done talked to Hosanna and tell her, look, her things gonna be a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Where we going is a place called Dudley. I forgot to look up Dudley to see if Dudley is no, Dudley is the black country. It's part of Midland. Dudley is part of Midland. And so Dudley might be where the black people. I know there's a lot of black people in Manchester, but I had never heard of Dudley. Even when I went to London, I had never heard of Dudley. So I like that this show is gonna make me start like researching shit that got to do with London. I'm gonna give London a second chance, y'all. I want to go where the black people live, because where we was at, it wasn't very racially diverse, but our experience in London was like not as good as it could be. And I think if I'm centering myself around more culturally connected, you know, people and situations, culturally connected, then maybe I might enjoy myself a little bit more. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. But at first I was like, I ain't never going back to London. I ain't never gotta go back. Fuck the country. Like even on my trip to Sicily, I was gonna have a layover in London. I was like, I don't want to lay over there. But I may give it another chance, child. I may never get another chance, because every time I meet somebody from London, I just absolutely love them and adore them. Well, except for those two bitches I met in Antigua. I ain't like them motherfuckers. Kept calling me Yankee too. I ain't like them hoes. Fuck them bitches. But anywho, still, just them two. Okay, so yeah, they off now to Midland, and that's where we gonna pick up on episode 2. I don't know. Like I said, I only got a 7-day trial. It's 8 episodes. So one of these days, you're going to get 2 reviews in one day from me on this show. Or I might have to double up or something like that because y'all know I do Blood and Water on Sunday. But I got to get it done before the 18th. I only got a 7-day trial. But go ahead and download BritBox. And there's some other TV shows. If you have never seen Luther, watch Luther. But Luther was on Netflix. Luther was good. Oh, Luther was good. And you could hear Idris talking his British accent. Ooh. Okay, child. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been 3 Little Birds from BritBox TV, an England drama series that I actually feel like I'm going to enjoy the entire series and see where this all go. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.